All right, good morning, everybody. Let's just go ahead and start with our toe lifts. I got to get back on beat. There we go. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3. Both heels lift and lower. We're going to open and we're going to close. So belly button's pulled in. We're rolling through the ball of the foot and the big toe. So we're starting to wake up those ankles, getting some balance work in, and we're waking up the chest. All right, hands behind the ears. Nice, good march. So again, belly button's in. We've got a little bit of a rib tuck, so we want to think about stabilizing the center of our body while we just get a nice, good march. Wake up those hips. 4, 3, hamstring curls. Triceps, press it back. Elbows pointing back behind you. You're pushing something away. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3, knees back up. We're going to do a nice good rotation. If you don't want to rotate, you're just going to do a wide march and you're going to keep your core nice and steady. Good. 4, 3, hamstring curls again. We're going to reach our hand towards our opposite heel. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, feet hip width apart, slow deadlift. Hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So shoulders are down and back. So we have a nice open chest, but we're still keeping that nice neutral spine position. Hinge, push through the heels. So down, 2, up, 2. So the only movement is happening at your hips. So our spine is neutral. We're not arching and rounding at the low back. Bring it up, slow squat. So sit your hips back, stand up nice and tall. So sitting towards the floor. I like to think I'm sitting into a lower chair, and your chair does not have to be as low as mine. So hinge and push the hips back. So down, down, up, up. Pushing through the entire foot. A little bit more emphasis on your heels. Knees are going to move forwards. It's okay. Forward, step and reach. So forward, step it back, reach. It's a nice good shoulder blade pinch. Squeeze the arms together in the back. 4, 3, 2. Good. Side lunge. We're going to take it out and in this time. Normally we just step it out. Today we're going to add in the out and in step. 4, 3, 2. Good. Step it out to the right. We're going to take a nice wide stance. Sumos, toes pointing out towards the corners. Take it down. Exhale right here. So inhale, exhale. So we're working on a little bit of a wider stance, a little bit of a sumo squat. Hinge and down. Working on those shoulders. Down and lift. Good. We've got one more of these. All right, hinge it forwards. We're going to open and close our book. Open the shoulder back behind you. So we're holding a little deadlift, soft knees. Again, neutral spine. 2. Good, bring it all the way up. Pull it down and reach. So imagine your arms are against the wall behind you. Try to keep your arms touching the wall the entire time. 3, 2, give yourself space, plank walkout right here. Hinge it forwards, walk it out to a nice good plank, walk yourself all the way back up to standing. So nice good hinge, little hamstring stretch, waking up shoulders and core. If you don't want to do this on the floor, you have a chair nearby. You are welcome to do the chair as well. So you'll just be close to the chair, hands on the seat. You're going to step it all the way back into a good plank, keeping your chest over the seat of the chair. That's the important part. A lot of times we step it back, and because we're at a weird angle, we step it too far back and we let those shoulders get out of alignment with our wrists. Good, last one. Let's bring it all the way back up. We're going to do just a nice good step touch right here. Now let's double it. So double touch, double touch. We're gonna kind of put those together. 2 double touches right here. 4 singles, 4, 3, 2 doubles. Remember, as long as you're here and moving and breathing, good 4 singles, I'm happy. Good, double touch, double touch. 4 singles, we're gonna do curls this round. Last time, double touch right here. 4 curls, 4, 3, bring it in the center. What I want you to do is I just want you to bounce. Little bounce. Now you can just do little heel lifts. This is for those of you that maybe want to start working on a little bit of impact work. Good, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out. Roll the shoulders, grab a quick drink of water. So today is our strength with our cardio bursts. We have 2 strength exercises. We're gonna do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, 2 rounds, and then we're going to go right into a 60-second burst of cardio, low or high impact, it's up to you, but we do the cardio once. So we do deadlift with a squat, 45 seconds, then we do rows, 45 seconds, then we repeat, and then we're gonna do skaters or a side step with a stomp. So, I'm gonna go ahead and grab weights if that's what you're feeling today. I'm kind of interested to see how I'm gonna feel after not lifting for a week, although my packs were heavy enough, so I'll take it. But 45 seconds, deadlift with a squat in 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. We're going to hinge it forwards. We're gonna stand, and then we're going to sit. So we're just nice and tall. We hinge it forward, push the hips back, stand up tall, sit down, and stand up. So I should be able to tell the difference between your deadlift and your squat. So squats, you have a more upright posture, more knee bend. So deadlifts, less knee bend. You can still soften those knees, but it's more of a hinge forwards. Squats, more knee bend, more upright chest posture. So nice good hinge, nice good sit. I will say I did have to wear my brace for a couple of days. Good, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds rest. And then we're going to go for rows, just a nice basic row. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So hinge it forwards, pull, and release. So hinge, good forward position, drive the elbows back. So think about your body position here. We don't want to let our upper back get rounded. So if your shoulders are kind of squeezing together in the middle, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. Check your core. Sometimes we arch and we don't even think about it. Belly's in, nothing moves except your shoulder blades down to your wrists. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds, short rest. We're gonna go back with our deadlift into our squat. So you can adjust your weights as necessary. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So hinge it forwards, stand tall, sit down in that low chair, and then stand. So hinge, lift, sit, and stand. It's okay if your hinge isn't as deep. So if it's a little bit shallower, you find that range of motion that's gonna work for you. And if it's really, really, really tiny, see if you can go just a little bit further forward, a little bit farther back into that squat. Good, we've got about 5 more seconds. We're gonna go for rows, round 2. 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. We're gonna go for our rows. So nice, good hinge forwards. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it doesn't have to be perfectly parallel to the ground. It can be at a little bit of an angle. And you're gonna drive the elbows back. So you're pulling right towards the front of your hips. We don't have to take our arms super high back here. You want that squeeze. Your test, can you do a shoulder blade pinch without bending your elbows? That's kind of a test to let you know that you're leading with your shoulders. 15 seconds. If you start getting a little tired, alternate right, left. You're good. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 15 seconds rest. Dumbbells out of the way. Low impact, option 1, side step, stomp. Side step, stomp. Option 2, we do our skater. You choose 2 and 1. So this is your higher impact version. We're gonna do our side step. Now, if you're keeping it low impact, I want stomp. So instead of just tapping, I want stomp. Step, stomp. So step it, stomp it. I'm not going to, I'm on the second floor, but I want that stomp. Why? Bone density. This is your impact. When you keep it low impact, you still want to try to get that impact in. So you find that option that's gonna work for you. Now, your stomp might not be as hard as my stomp, but you want to try to get that little bit of impact in. For those of us doing higher impact, our impact is coming from the jump portion. So that landing on one leg. If you're doing it low impact, stomp it. Step, stomp it. 3, 2, and 1. Walk around, grab a quick drink. We're gonna go for our next circuit. We're gonna do a lunge with an overhead press. Yes, you can do a lunge with a front raise instead. And then we're going to do a palm facing forward bicep curl. Your impact is going to be jumping jacks, lower high. That's gonna be your cardio burst. So I'm going to do, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna do all one side, and then I'm gonna switch. But you can do both arms, both legs, and alternate for 45 seconds. Lunge to press in 3, 2, and 1. So option 1, step back lunge, overhead press. If you don't want to do overhead press, you can do a front raise. It's going to be a little bit different when we step back into our lunge. We don't want to step back into a narrow stance. We want to just step back, hip width apart, press it up. I know people always wonder, yes, I do carry the canoe periodically. My husband usually carries it, but I do carry it periodically. We just do it that way because our packs are set up a certain way, and it just works out better. But I do carry the canoe. 3, 2, and 1. All right, palms facing up, bicep curls. And that's why I do so many overhead presses. So you got to get that sucker up there. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bicep curls. I want you to do palms facing forwards. That's kind of your challenge. And I know sometimes if you have issues with your shoulders and your elbows, this one's a struggle. If that's the case, I want you to try to go a little light and just focus on your technique a little bit. Now your elbows are not digging into your tummy. Don't have to be perfectly out to the side, but I want you to think arms are next to you versus in front of you. So try to keep your elbow underneath your shoulder the best you can. 7 seconds. We're gonna go back lunge to press. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, lunge with a press or lunge with a front raise. So hands up at your shoulders is where I like to start. So again, I did one side, now I'm switching. 2, and 1. So drop it down, stand tall, push it up and overhead. Think about showing me your elbows. Show me the end of your dumbbell. This is a more neutral position for your shoulders versus having your elbows out here. So if you find that this is a little challenging, show me the end of your dumbbell. Show me your elbow the entire time versus out here in a twist. Just give it a shot. It's a different feeling, a little more shoulder safe. 15 seconds. Good. 7 seconds. We're going to go back for our bicep curls. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 2 dumbbells, bicep curls. So again, shoulders down and back. We're holding that neutral spine. And I say that a lot, but we should be doing that whatever exercise we're doing. Here we go. Bicep curl, up and down. So palms facing up or facing forwards, however you want to look at it. And my hand doesn't actually touch my shoulder. So you don't have to get it all the way up and pop it back behind you. There's nothing that says that this is bad, but we're focusing on the biceps, not shoulders. We just did shoulders. Give the shoulders a break. Squeeze. Pop a balloon between your forearm and your bicep. So just pop that balloon. 10 seconds. And we're going to go for our cardio burst, which is going to be our jumping jacks. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Dumbbells down. Have yourself a little bit of space. We're going to do our jumping jacks, low impact or high, whatever feels good for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good, Jack. So low impact right here. If your shoulders are like, ooh, I'm already feeling it, just bring them out to the side. Find that good range of motion right here. If you can bring it all the way up, even better. Think about opening up the shoulder, palms facing forwards. We're going to wash the windows. 'Tis the season. If you need to, you can kind of slow it down. You can make it a little bit bigger. And if you really need to, you can just wave somebody down, flag them down, alternate. If you're feeling a little tired, there's a lot of shoulder work in this round. If you want to take it up, full jumping jacks right here. Now remember, you don't have to do one or the other. You can do low impact, add in a couple high ones, go back to your low impact. It's all about progression. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Walk it around. Grab a quick drink. We're going to work on circuit number 3. All right, we're going to do a side lunge with a side raise. Right leg side lunge, left arm side raise. So we're going to go down, step, and lift. If you don't want to do shoulders, just do the lower body, just do the side lunge. We're going to do rear flies. Second exercise here. If you want to, band pull-aparts are amazing, okay? But we're going to do side lunge, side raise, all on one side. 45 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. So we're going to step out, step together, stay tall. What we want to try to avoid is just swinging the dumbbell. We step out, we stand tall, use that muscle to lift it out to the side. You can absolutely keep your elbow bent and think about doing a shorter lever side raise. But if you can, take it out, lift it up. Step out, lift. 10 seconds right here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go for our rear flies. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter today. And I want you to try not to squeeze the shoulder blades together. 2, and 1. So try not to squeeze the shoulders together. And that's kind of a hard thing to think about because we think about squeezing up at the top. Shoulder blades are relaxed. Lift it out to the side. Lift and lower. So slow and slow, down and down. Up 2, down 2. So it's nice and slow and steady. You've got 15 seconds. You can always do one arm at a time. Have your other arm supporting you on a chair or even a wall. This one you want to try to get a little bit more forward folded if you can. 2, and 1. All right, side lunge, side raise. Remember, it can just be a step, or if you don't want to do the stepping, just do the side lunge, side raise. Here's 2 and 1. So option 1, step it out, lift it up, side raise. Option 2, you keep the foot on the ground, always holding this mountain or V position. You're gonna reach down, pick it up off the floor, and lift. But adding in that step, think about all the times that you've taken a step and it's been a little icy. You catch yourself, you have to come back up again. Or you dropped something, you dropped a piece of paper, it's windy, you gotta step it out, you gotta grab it, and then you gotta come back up to standing again. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got our rear flies. So, shoulders down and back, ribs pulled in, hinge it forward, relax the shoulder blades. So we're trying to lift just with the little muscle on the back of your shoulder. Your deltoid, your shoulder muscle, the main one, is a cap. So it covers the front, the middle, and the back. Think about the knights. Remember the knights, like in the Renaissance and whatnot, that have the big shoulder covers? That's what we have too. That muscle is just a cap. We're trying to get the little muscle on the back. Less than 15 seconds. So shoulder blades are relaxed. Lifting just with the back of the shoulder, lifting those arms up. At 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We're gonna take it down to the floor. Or no, we're not. We got our front back hops. Like, what are we doing? Front back hops, front back hops. 2 and 1. So we're gonna do hop, 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 hop. If you don't want to, you're gonna do a V step, yes? So forward, forward, back, back, okay? So this is gonna be your thing. I want you to stomp, 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 stomp. I'm in the stomps today. So if you're keeping it low impact, I really want you to think you're stomping the ground. When I say halfway, you're gonna switch which leg goes first. In 2 and 1. So now you're halfway, now your other leg is gonna go first. Other leg goes first. If you can, we're gonna bunny hop it forward and back. If you're feeling brave, wide and narrow, wide and narrow. Doesn't have to be a huge hop. Just try to get in that hop or that stomp. 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go down to the floor. You don't have to, you can stay standing. 3, 2, and 1. Now we walk it around and shake it out. I was like, why is my timer still going? Because we're not done yet. All right, down on the floor, we're gonna do 1 push-up, 1 toe touch. So you're gonna do a push-up and then a down dog. If you're staying upright, option 1, incline push-up, standing down dog. Option 2, banded chest press, march. Banded press, march. If you want to be on the floor, you can do a chest press and a leg lift, okay? You have a lot of options. It's either going to be a press or a push-up. Skullcrushers. If you're standing, tricep kickbacks or an overhead extension. Then for the weighted dead bug, you're going to do, if you're standing, opposite arm and leg march. If you want to add weights, you can, but it's going to get shoulders. So if you don't want to get more shoulders, do it body weight only. But it's all about the core. We're not here. It's nice and controlled. But let's go ahead and take it down to the floor. We're going to do 1 push-up, 1 down dog with a toe touch, or just 1 push-up, 1 down dog. 45 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. So 1 push-up, and I'm going to do a push-up on my knees. Lift up onto my toes and do a toe touch or an ankle touch. Then carefully go back to my knees. Down, lift, down dog, toe touch. If you're standing, You're here. One push-up, one down dog toe touch. One push-up, one down dog toe touch. Yes? Or you can do a chest press on your back or standing and then do a leg lift. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto your back, Skullcrushers. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Skullcrushers on your back. Slowly lower the dumbbell, and then we're going to take it to either side of your head and then bring it back up. If you are doing one dumbbell, you're going to hold it on the ends, and you're going to bend the elbow until that dumbbell comes kind of towards your forehead. But if you're doing one dumbbell in each hand, slowly lower either side of your head, kind of by your ears, and then lift. So keep that low back pulled into the floor. That's kind of the important part here. When you're on your back or when you're in your plank, you're holding that tight core. So tight cores aren't just for crunches and planks. Good. Rest. We're going to do a push-up with a toe touch. So push-up with a down dog. I'm going to quick demo the chest press where we're going to go down, up, and lift. So this is your option if you want to be on the floor today, but you don't want to do push-ups. Down, up, lift. You're going to do the exact same thing. If you're standing with a band, you're going to do a banded press with a march. But for those of us that can, I want you to be on your hands. I want you to try those push-ups. Reason being, this is a total body exercise. Yep, one push-up on my toes today. Got too much shoulder work in already. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, going for our Skullcrushers. If you're standing, tricep kickback or overhead extension, whatever feels good for you today. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So slowly lower the dumbbell and then lift. So lower down and then nice good squeeze at the top. This one's slow and controlled. I'm starting to feel these, and if you are too, then you can go ahead and start alternating. So you want to try to make it through the full 45 seconds if you can. Modify as needed. If you can make it through the entire 45 seconds and not be tired at all, might be time to look at increasing your weight a little bit if you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do our dead bug. If you wanna add weights, great. If you don't have to. But the weighted dead bug is gonna just add a little extra. So we're gonna bring it up for our dead bug. Hold it here, good. And again, if you want to, opposite arm and leg, with or without weights. If you're gonna do weights, it's light. If you're gonna do weights, it's light. So low back pulled into the floor. So again, weights are optional. You're gonna get a little bit of lats here, a little bit of a pullover. You can keep the knees bent. Just tap the heels to the floor. Hands do not have to touch the floor either. Just find that range of motion that you're okay with. If you're standing, you're gonna do that march, opposite arm and leg lift up. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbells down. So grab a quick drink, and we are gonna do a super, super quick core finisher. You can do this standing or you can do this on your back. So we're gonna do with or without weights. You can be on your back or you can be in a V-sit. We're gonna reach, right arm to left, 45 seconds. Then we're going to switch. So that's what we're gonna start with. So 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So option 1, if you can stay up, go back, and then you're gonna bring your shoulder towards your opposite knee. If you need to stay on the floor, for some people, this is a little bit more of a back safe exercise. If you wanna add weights, you can. Nice, good rotation. Some of you may be able to come all the way up and reach. That's completely up to you. If you don't wanna rotate, you can just do a hold and lift one leg. And you can just do a leg lift and lower. So if you don't wanna rotate, this is your option. If you're standing, you're just gonna do the one side, take it up and reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds rest. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So allow yourself to have that rest period. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So your option 1 is you're just gonna do a little rotation. And remember, you can always do a hold and a leg lift or a leg lift and lower if you don't wanna rotate. So osteoporosis, osteopenia, you usually don't wanna do a lot of rotating. So you wanna do a little bit more of the stability type exercises. So down, rotate. Good, 15 seconds. Some of you might be able to go all the way down, all the way up. If you can't, no worries. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got bridges. We've got bridges. So you can do a lift and hold, you can do a lift and lower, but pull the low back into the floor, tuck your ribs down, hold that nice, good tucked position. We're going to lift and we're gonna lower. If you're standing, you can do body weight deadlifts. You can do the good mornings, is kind of what they call them. You can do lift and hold, or you can do lift and lower. Remember, this is core work in addition to glutes. So lift and lower. So nice and steady, bring it up, and then take it back down. Good, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last exercise we're going to do is we're going to do crunches. So just a nice basic crunch. You can have legs up, you can have legs down, whatever works better for you. I'm going to take my legs up, 2, and 1. And again, you can just do a lift and hold. So you can do the crunch, you can pull your ribs down towards your hips, keep your chin a little bit tucked, and just do a hold. If you want to add the reach, you can do that as well. Typically, being on your back, you're a little bit more spine safe. But again, osteoporosis, osteopenia, you hold. Not a lot of rotation, just hold that position. And think about lifting with your chest versus with your head and your chin. Got 12 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, rest. Give yourself a little bit of a break. You can grab a quick drink of water. We're just gonna get ready to do some stretching. If you're ready, I'm gonna come to standing, put my equipment away quick. All right, we're gonna be down on the floor. If you need to do this sitting in a chair, that's okay too. Hands by your hips. And we're just gonna go for our 90-90s. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it into the center, right leg out. Our left leg is gonna cross. Sit as tall as you can. Pull your knee towards your opposite shoulder. If you wanna add a little bit of rotation, you can, but the goal is knee towards opposite shoulder. Good, switch it over to the other side. So foot crosses, sit as tall as you can, knee towards the opposite shoulder. All right, let's bring it in, take it over to hands and knees. We're gonna sit our hips back towards our heels. Reach those arms out. You can add a little bit of a wiggle. Goal is to stretch out underneath the arms. Now keep your hips towards your heels, and we're gonna start to walk the hands over to the right side. Left arm is reaching up and out. You should feel a stretch on the left side of your body. Good, now let's walk it over to the left side. Keep the hips close to the heels. Reach that right arm over, feeling a stretch on the right side of the body. Good, let's bring it into the center. If you want to keep your spine neutral, you're just gonna pull yourself into a plank. Otherwise, we're gonna tuck our chin, round our spine, roll through. Pull the shoulders down, hold a plank. Option, point your toes, squeeze the glutes, drop your hips. If you need to, come down onto your forearms, or if you need to, come all the way down onto your tummy. So this gets you off of your wrists, off of your shoulders. And it's a little, again, more spine safe than this variation of up dog. Let's go ahead and sit our hips back to our heels, walk our hands towards our knees. We're gonna take our right foot forward, and we're gonna tuck our tail, squeeze our glute, and we're just gonna do very gentle forward and back pushes. So just a nice good squeeze. Just a little forward and a little back, keeping the ribs tucked. Nice good stretch. Good, hold the tuck, hold the squeeze. You're gonna take your arm up, give yourself a pat on the back. You can add a little extra support from below or from above, but keep the ribs tucked and keep that glute squeeze. Release, bring it in, switching over to the other side. If you need to, come to standing, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and again, little forward and back push. So I know it doesn't always feel good to be on your knees some days. Standing, her whole goal is just to stretch out the front of this hip, holding that good spine position. Here's 2, and 1. Bring it in, give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Nice good squeeze, nice good hold. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, bring it in, pull that front leg back. We're gonna come up to a standing position, shoulders down and back, pat on the back, and then we're gonna take it down and we're going to try to reach our hands towards the middle. So pat on the back, hands towards the middle. So running your hands, so this is a good one to practice. If you are against a wall, can you do your hands all the way up? Can you bring them all the way down? Good. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Thumbs are pointing forwards. Good. Shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it into the center. Big breath in. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. And exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And out. And you are all done.